Lamar Jackson, former MVP of this league. You've heard of him, right?
Heard of him.
You've heard of him? We've all heard of him. Yeah. He's very, very good. He's dynamic. He is unlike anyone else in this league. And there are quarterbacks who can throw, and there are quarterbacks who can run, and there are quarterbacks who can run and throw. And there are quarterbacks who can do amazing things. But I think you'll all agree there's really only one Lamar Jackson. And he just has his own way of doing things. He always has. Always has. And from not having an agent, having his mom be his agent, to showing up at the combine and having to deal with all that nonsense, garbage is really what it was. Having him work out at a position, asked to be worked out at a position other than quarterback. Come on. And him saying, not only am I not going to do that, I'm not even running. I'm not even going to run. We're not even going to talk about how fast I am. We're going to talk about how I can throw. Not working out a wide receiver, pound sand. And he winds up falling all the way down to 32nd overall. Ravens wind up moving back in to go select him. And that's huge for a couple reasons. One, perfect opportunity. That's what you need when you're drafted in the NFL. You need to go to a spot that not only has the opportunity for you, but also has the coaching staff and the front office and the ownership that isn't out of their minds crazy, changing all the time. That has a coach who has the backing of the front office and owner, and also the cojones, the bofas, to in the middle of your rookie season, sit the guy who won the Super Bowl for your team and throw you in there and change your offense midstream and make it completely centered around your special abilities. That's so rare in this business. So rare in this business. And it pays off big time. And now he's marching to his own other drum too, which is team wants to pay him. Team wants to pay him and has the opportunity to pay him. And this is why they traded into the first round to go get him, by the way, is they had an extra year of contractual control. This is what we're seeing playing out. Mm-hmm. Didn't think that in the year of contractual control, extra year of contractual control, that they would be wanting to pay Lamar, and Lamar saying that supposedly, oh, wait, remember we had John Harbaugh around the draft, and he's just like, I'll let Lamar handle all that, but, you know.
We're waiting to get it done.
Right.
It's kind of on him.
We're essentially waiting to get it done, and he'll do it at his own pace. I think what's his will and God's will, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
So Lamar didn't show at the voluntary camps, and it's just like, what's up with that? Could there be some conversation that isn't going well? Well, he showed up to the mandatory camp today and spoke for the first time, and this is what he had to say on the subject matter.
Oh, we actually did. We did. You know, it's a conversation. That's all. We're just keeping it private. Yeah.
Is it you and Eric just doing the one-on-one talking? Can you take us through any of that?
We having a conversation. So.
Is it going to continue during the season?
We having a conversation.
Play here the rest of your career?
I expect so. Yes, I do.
Watch the national guys talk. A lot of them say they wouldn't step on the field with your brand of football without a deal. Do you buy into that?
Nah, I don't buy into it at all. You know, I play football. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I get it. He is a unicorn, not only on the football field, but in between his temples. And there is no track record of anybody else having this approach. There just isn't. It's his approach. It's his approach.
It doesn't mean it's a smart one.
I don't know. Maybe we have no, he says there's conversations going on. I don't know what those conversations are. It doesn't surprise me that we haven't learned anything. Again, that's the most relevant soundbite I have been told. The question I would have asked is, the sense is you're the one who won't accept the new contract, or you don't want to take the contract because you don't feel you're worthy enough yet because you haven't won the Super Bowl. Is that accurate?
Yeah, or just
what
why?
do you say about that?
Yeah, why?
Now then, I say this with the ultimate of love. You know how I feel about the Ravens franchise. You know how I feel about Steve Bisciotti. He is one of my favorite owners in all of sports. Love the guy. And what I'm about to say might upset him, but he knows the score anyway. The floor for Lamar Jackson is $230 million guaranteed dollars. That's the floor. Because he doesn't have 26 civil lawsuits on him, does he?
Nope.
And he's won an MVP.
Correct.
Now, he's only won one playoff game. And I'm just thinking off the top of my head, I think Deshaun, I think, has a couple. Am I wrong? They did make the division round game or they beat the Bills and Josh Allen in a game that is still in some dispute to some Buffalo Bills fans. That was a wild playoff game, Josh Allen against Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Deshaun has one win.
There you go.
Yeah.
Same number of playoff wins, one more MVP, and to date, 24 fewer civil lawsuits filed against him. $230 million guaranteed dollars would be my opening offer. What's yours? This is where, in my mind, the conversation should start for everybody. That's the problem for everybody trying to pay quarterbacks from now on, which is why, the Bills, I'm sure, and the Chiefs, I'm sure, are all like, God, good thing we got that under the.
Yeah.
And that Matthew Stafford's older and he loves where he is from where he was, and the Rams can extend him in the manner in which they extended him. Mm-hmm. And why this piece of paper is still on my table. The Kyler Murray letter from his agent to the Cardinals, who I still think will strike a deal, although Cliff Kingsbury says he's praying it's before training camp.
Right. Well, he's got
before the season?
About 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
But I'm just, again, is it money? Is it the money? Is it the fact he doesn't want it yet? Is it the fact that what? It certainly isn't in the back of his head that he didn't finish the season healthy last year. And Tyler Huntley was terrific, right? Mm-hmm. And he was really, really good and is a hell of a lot cheaper. He's not even thinking of leverage. He's thinking of nothing. He's just going about he's a football player. And that has served him incredibly well to this point. And we'll see. That was the ultimate. Remember Joe Flacco? Bisciotti said, we're not. It was the opposite. We're not going to give you the long-term contract, but feel free to, put a Super Bowl trophy on my table and I'll pay you. Boom. That's what happened. And Bisciotti's like, okay, great season. Again, long story short, there is no frame of reference when it comes to this quarterback. On the field, there's our guest earlier this week and Michael Vick. What do you want to throw Kyler Murray in this group? But he hasn't won a playoff game. He's not an MVP. I mean, Vick didn't win an MVP either.
No, and Michael Vick is, 5'11", 6 feet. Lamar's 6'3".
Right. So in terms of his game, there's no frame of reference.
Randall Cunningham, really? That's...
maybe.
Yeah, that's.
But he wasn't. Was Randall an MVP of the league?
No.
I mean, this guy's an MVP, and rightfully so. He was the last MVP of this league, not named Aaron Rodgers. Or was Mahomes after that? I don't know off the top of my head. Everything seems to bleed together. But bottom line is he also has no frame of reference in terms of his contract. Big old shrug emoji. But he'll be there for the Ravens this fall, and it's going to be terrific to watch.